So it's time for my short story Sunday video, and I know I'm a little bit behind on this because it is 8:30 on Sunday night and I am just now recording this video. I did just finish reading this short story earlier today, and this is just the first time I have gotten a chance to record. So stick around and see what I thought about Hogs for Sorrow by Leopoldine Core, which is the, I don't know, sixth story in the Best American Short Stories 2017 collection, as edited by Meg Wolitzer. Hey y'all, it's Jen and welcome to my channel, If There's Inklings. This is the Short Story Sunday review, and I am reviewing Hogs for Sorrow by Leopoldine Core from the Best American Short Stories collection of 2017, as edited by Meg Wolitzer. So let's get into this short story a little bit. This was originally published in Bomb, whatever that is. I'm assuming it's a literary magazine. So this short story is only 20 pages long, and it follows Lucy and Kit, and really it is told from Kit's point of view. And they are two high-end prostitutes. Men hire them and they go to this office building and service the men that hire them for whatever pleasures they desire. And you learn this pretty quickly into the short story. Lucy's described as having a golden mane of hair and being both plump and long-limbed. She calls herself a tall cherub, and Lucy mocks herself throughout the whole thing. You can tell that it is kind of a source of contention that she is on the larger side. She doesn't really necessarily like the way she looks. Kit, however, is fascinated by Lucy. She's completely and totally in love with Lucy. But Kit also has that self-deprecating thoughts about herself. She is described as being really tall and thin and as like a beanpole with long feet and a sunken face. Sorry. Kit is also very young. She is 19 years old, but she had decided that college wasn't for her, and all they were doing in college was laying around, getting high, and having sex anyway, so why not get paid for it? So in this, we meet one of the men who hires Kit, and his name is Ned, and he is married. He is presented at first to be kind of a real jerk, one of these men who think that he's God's gift to women, and his wife isn't going to say anything about him hiring these prostitutes because she's got a good life with him and she just needs to deal with it. What we get throughout the story following Kit is you get to see her developing friendship with Lucy. You get to see her interactions with Ned. She has a total of 3 interactions with him. The second interaction follows the very next day after their first one, where he tells her that he just found out his 6-year-old daughter is dying from leukemia, and he is very emotional and distraught, and she's like, okay, I don't want these emotions. You know, you're paying me to have sex, and that's it. At that meeting, she convinces him to hire her and Lucy to have a threesome together, because ultimately Kit wants to have sex with Lucy. She's attracted to Lucy, and she wants that experience. And so he agrees and hires them both for double the money. And so Lucy's like, heck yeah, you're gonna pay me, I'll do whatever. So as this friendship with Lucy and Kit grow over the short span of a couple of days, really, I think that they have an exchange that was really interesting to me. They're talking about what they want to do in life, and here's the exchange. I want to travel, Kit said. She looked at Lucy. I sort of feel like I have to do it now while I'm still cute. Like if I wait till I'm old and ugly, it won't happen. You might be right, Lucy said as she took a swig from her silver can, but I'm really looking forward to being old and ugly. What do you mean? I mean, it'll be nice to be left alone. I want a cute little house somewhere with grass out front for Curtis. There's no grass here. I mean, there is grass, but you aren't allowed on it. Not with a dog, anyway. It's like walking through some holy museum. And I think that exchange kind of shows the whole storyline for this little short story. It's the burden of being beautiful, and young and beautiful specifically. You know, you are expected to let whoever grope you or catcall you or look at you, and you are treated more of as an object and not as a person with desires of your own, like to really just be left alone. We also get this unrequited love and self-hate through this story all quite frequently. Here, one part, they're talking about getting high. Lucy doesn't smoke, but Kit does, and Kit's light has lit up a joint, and they're talking about what they can focus on and or not focus on. And so this is what it says. I can only focus on hating myself, Lucy said. It's like I can feel every cell and every pore, and I'm hating them one by one. Then I put giant signs on them like crazy, failed, fat. And then Kit laughed and smoke leaked from her mouth. She set the joint down in the open tin, coughing into her fist. She imagined saying, I love that you're fat. I love everything about you. It was the absolute truth. But she said nothing and strained not to look at Lucy. She heard her heart beat. She began branding herself. Lesbian, loser, whore. And I think that also is a big paragraph into shows what this story is about as well. You've got the self-hatred and the unrequited love from Kit. Later on, we get the scene where they are all three together, and this is the quote that we get from it. Lucy's kisses were muscular, with no feeling behind them. She broke into breathy counterfeit moans, and Kit cringed. Their teeth clicked. Kit felt a bit the way men must feel, she supposed, when they realize that the prostitute they've purchased is miserable to be near them. She wasn't sure why she had expected it to be any other way. I'm just another creep who wants to touch her, she thought. A little creep hiding behind a bigger one. That really sums up the story right there. She had the unrequited love. She figured out a way to get her in bed with her, but then realized that Lucy didn't want that, and so Kit felt very unfulfilled by that. I thought it was interesting because we have the aspect of the two girls there who are forming the friendship and the unrequited love, and then we have Ned who's in there who is making Kit feel the way that Kit is making Lucy feel. And so it is kind of a big circle. Although Ned obviously doesn't love Kit, there is still that sexual act that one of them's being fulfilled but the other one isn't. So overall, I enjoyed this story. I thought it was interesting, the dynamics between the two girls and between Ned and Kit. I thought that was an interesting dynamic as well. It was one of the better short stories so far, so that gives me hope for maybe some of the other ones being a little bit better. Would I recommend this short story? Sure. I thought, again, like I said, I thought it had a very dynamic portrayal of the unrequited love aspect, and then also the self-hatred and being young and beautiful, and still having the self-hatred even though you are young and beautiful. So that is it for my discussion of For Hog for Sorrow. I don't have much more to say about it. If you have read this short story, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Let me know if you're enjoying this series. Next week's story will be Camp Amora by Patricia Engel. So tune in next week to see what I think about that one. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button over there if you're not already subscribed. I do Short Story Sunday, every Sunday here on my channel. And until next time, bye.